Maybe I'll just stick her on today. What if I just like stuck it to my ear? Ow. Perfect. Hello. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about the immutable laws of fashion. People will say there are no rules when it comes to fashion, and I think that that's well-meaning. It's essentially saying that everybody should express themselves however they feel is right for them. But understanding fashion can be a very complex process, and if you don't inherently have that talent to perceive what looks good and what doesn't, you're going to get frustrated very quickly and probably give up on trying to express yourself in an unusual way. Rules can act as really useful guidelines as to what looks good and what doesn't. It really depends on what you want to accomplish as to how you're going to be applying these rules. And I came up with a little theory, a little useful heuristic to help you understand what you might do with these rules depending on what look you're going for. If you want a more elegant and classic style, you're going to be following these rules. If you want a more cool and subversive style, then you're going to be breaking these rules. You may live more in one of these aesthetics than the other, or you may slide between the two, but understanding the rules will help you dress well no matter what you're going for. The difference between unfashionable and edgy is how consciously you break these rules. Before we get into the rules, we need to understand the basic elements of fashion. And we can think of these as the periodic table of fashion. So these are color, fabric, form, and quality. Clothes come in many different colors and patterns. Choosing the right color can enhance the appearance of your skin, eyes, and hair. Clothes come in different fabrics. Fabrics are important for the structure and movement of a garment. Choosing the right fabric enhances your level of comfort while wearing a piece, as well as the look that you're going for. Clothes have different construction or styles. Choosing the right style can enhance the appearance of your body. This is probably the most important element. Quality is to fashion what carbon is to life. It is absolutely essential. Quality prevents waste, both for yourself and for the environment, and it also enhances any look that you're going for. The first rule is to dress in colors that flatter you and that go together. Popular opinion says that you opt for more neutral tones when you're going for a classic look. However, I think an elegant and classic look can be achieved with color as well. It just depends on whether those colors flatter you and whether those colors go together in a classic sense. You should be able to identify 3 to 6 colors that flatter you and also go together. You can then build your wardrobe or rebuild your wardrobe around these colors. The idea is that it makes it much easier to get dressed in the morning and rids you of the recurring nightmare of, I have nothing to wear. When it comes to the edgy aesthetic, it really depends on what you're going for. Do you still want your clothes to flatter you, or do you just want to wear whatever you like? If you still want your clothes to flatter you, then obviously you'll be following the advice that I just gave. Otherwise, you'll just be picking colors that you like and building your building your outfits and your wardrobe around those colors. There is little need for a color palette, but you may accidentally end up with one if you find yourself gravitating towards the same colors consistently. If you do not know what colors you like and what colors look good on you and what colors look good together, I have a little tip for you. Go to a hardware store, like Bunnings, and collect some color cards, some big ones. If you already know what colors you like, then go for those colors. But I would recommend taking a really big selection. Then find a mirror and some natural light and hold these color cards up next to your face. What colors make your eyes pop, your skin glow, your hair look really healthy? If you care less about what colors look good on you, then just pick colors that you like. Start trying different color combinations together and see what colors really work well together. This will help you select a color palette for your wardrobe. Dress in fabrics that suit you, suit the style of the garment, and also go together. If dressing for elegance, you're going to select garments that are made of fabrics that support the most classic idea of that piece. Then you want to ensure the fabric does you favors. At the most basic level, you don't want it to be triggering allergies because hives are not sexy. If you're wanting an elegant look, you want to be pairing similar fabrics together. So that's lightweight satins with lightweight knits, for example. If the weights are off, the outfit will feel unbalanced and it will work against that classic look that you're going for. If you're looking to the edgier side of the scale, choosing garments with unexpected fabrics can be a really interesting way to play with fashion. When considering the flattery of the fabric, again, it's up to you. Do you want to dress to look your best, or do you just want to wear whatever you want? If you want the fabrics to flatter you, then really all you need to be considering is, how do these fabrics actually work with my body? How do they complement my body or distort my body? And is that a look that I'm trying to achieve? If you don't care about flattery and you just want to wear whatever you want, then absolutely go for it. Fabrics should, however, always be comfortable and not confine your movement, particularly not to a dangerous degree. I know that I've definitely worn a very tight pencil skirt where I could only take baby steps, but it had feathers around the hem and it was just completely worth it. I've got very itchy hairs. Gotta get my mustache hairs. Mismatching fabrics and combining them in different and unexpected ways can be a really fantastic way to create intrigue in your dress. Some advice to master this rule: go to a department store that has a wide range, both low and high quality brands. Select dresses in as many different fabrics as you can find: satin, organza, cotton, wool. Select as many as you can carry and are allowed to take into the dressing room. Spend some time observing how the fabrics affect the appearance of your body, the movement of the garment, and what fabrics look good on you, feel comfortable to you, and what fabrics look good together. It should start to become very obvious what's working. Follow proportions that look instinctively right. And this can be difficult to explain because it seems to follow some kind of law of nature. But essentially, a look is more likely to appear right if it's balanced. Generally, if a look is balanced top to bottom, left to right, and does not constrict nor swallow your form, then you should be in the clear. For a more elegant look, you'll be looking for balance and symmetry, which lends itself to a more traditional look, and that helps you achieve the elegance. So that might mean having something tighter on the top and looser on the bottom, or vice versa. Always making sure that if you've got one form, one element, that you've got another form or element that balances that out. Remembering that different proportions are more flattering to some than others. There will be some parts of your body that you want to accentuate and some parts of your body that you want to hide. Some people may look fantastic in entirely form-fitted clothing. Some people may look fantastic in looser fitted clothing. And it's not just about your body type either, it's also about your personality. For edgier looks, you can start to play with proportion. An unbalanced or asymmetrical style is an easy way to achieve an edgier look, taking those elements and perverting what you would expect of them. If you don't have the instinct for proportion already, you'll need a little bit of practice to know what styles and details look good on you. Back at that department store, we're going to be pulling clothes from better brands. If we're playing with proportion, that means that we're playing with construction of a garment, and better quality clothes tend to have better construction. Pull as many different styles of clothing as you can. We want long, short, puffy sleeve, no sleeve, shared bodice, tiered skirt, form-fitting, etc. Now from top to bottom, see what styles you like and what styles you're not as keen on. Observe what these different styles do to the appearance of your body. Also take note of what you feel comfortable in and what looks good together. Always make sure that you do try to get some distance from the mirror so that you can accurately assess how you look. It also helps if you take a stylish and kind friend with you to give their opinion. If you haven't got anybody to go with you at that particular time, that's totally fine. Just take some pictures in the mirror from a distance, and then you can always ask for someone else's opinion later on. You can even ask for my opinion if you want. Once you understand what styles work where, you can then start to look for items that incorporate those elements. Dress in quality clothing. This is so very important. It's better for your appearance and it's better for the environment. You'll be looking for quality fabric and quality construction. Quality fabrics tend to be natural fiber, so that's your cotton, silk, wools, but some mid-tier and above man-made fabrics can be quite nice as well. Essentially, you want the fabric to feel pleasant to the touch, sturdy, and hold the shape of the garment. On, the fabric should feel comfortable, as this is a good sign of quality fabric, but it's not always a reliable measure, so make sure that you check the tag. This shirt that I'm wearing, I actually thought was silk for years and years and years, and then I checked the fabric recently and I found that it's actually polyester. Construction is also really important in determining the quality of a garment. Seams should be straight and overlocked, joins should meet, there should be no loose threads, little details should be sewn on properly, and the zips should not be sticky. When you try the garment on, it should be flattering and not pulling or sagging in strange places. These small details may seem like they don't matter, particularly at a conversational distance, but they do make a big difference because they contribute to the overall appearance of the garment. For example, this cardigan from Target, which is lovely. However, you can tell it's not the best quality because the collar is a little floppy, the buttons look a little tinny and therefore cheap, and it's a little baggy around the shoulders as well. Whereas with this cardigan from Saba, you can see it's a higher quality. Look at the shape of the neckline and the fit around the shoulders. The way that the fabric is draping suggests it's a higher quality, perhaps natural wool. If you look at the drape in particular around the waist, it looks like it has a lot of movement and it's very soft. And the buttons are a higher quality plastic. Okay, if you want some help with this one, we're going back to that department store again. Find some of the cheapest brands that you can and take a look at those garments. Pay close attention to the appearance, feel, and composition of them. Does the fabric feel flimsy, plasticky, or sticky? If it's a knit, when you rub it between your fingers, does it ball up? If it feels okay, check the composition. Most likely it will be a man-made fabric, which is best to be avoided from the cheaper brands. As I said, if you're going for man-made, you probably want to go mid-tier brands and above. Now check the seams. Are they straight? Are there any loose threads? Pull them a little bit. Do they feel sturdy? Pull a few pieces from these brands that you find intriguing, and then move on to the higher quality brands. Again, feel the fabrics. Look at the appearance. Check the construction and look at the composition on the tag. Pull a few pieces that intrigue you and take them to the dressing room. Now I want you to try these pieces on. And when you try on the cheaper brands, notice the fit. Does it actually hug your curves the way that it should? Does it flow the way that it should? Is it asymmetrical? Is it pulling in strange places? Are you feeling like when you see it on the hanger, you get the idea of the garment, but on you, it's really just not quite achieving that? Generally, lower quality clothes will dilute the look that they're going for by having strange fits. This is increasingly the case that lower quality clothes just do not convey the same ideas that they promise on the hanger. They should actually deliver on the idea that was promised when you saw them on the hanger. Now, quality can be expensive, but buying the highest quality clothes that you can reasonably afford is one of the smartest things that you can do for your wardrobe, particularly if you are focusing on quality over quantity, which is really the responsible approach to your wardrobe. The best place I've found to get good quality clothes easily is on Facebook Marketplace. You can very easily search by different styles, fabrics, or brands. And because there's not a lot of interest in clothes on Facebook Marketplace, at least in my area, I've found some fantastic quality clothing, some fantastic brands for really quite cheap prices. And even better is that unlike online consignment stores, you can actually go and see them in person before buying. Pay close attention to your accessories because these are a fantastic way to transform your outfit from ordinary to edgy or elegant. And they also work to keep your wardrobe feeling fresh. Accessories are usually a bit cheaper than clothes, and that means that they're a really good way to experiment as well. If you're going for an elegant look, you'll need to choose your accessories carefully, as these can make a difference to the overall elegance of your outfit. While good scarves and hats can be pretty cheap, good jewelry is unfortunately not. Cheap jewelry can look good, but it needs to be well made, and that requires some discernment. Fake gold jewelry that is too yellow or bubbly around the joints can really cheapen your look, so you want to inspect those pieces carefully. Oftentimes though, fake gold jewelry and fake jewelry in general will deteriorate pretty quickly, meaning that you're buying new items in only a few months' time. Then it might be worth considering whether you should just pare back on the accessories for a while and save up for the real deal. This would be a great time for an online jewelry store sponsor. Another alternative is silver, as sterling silver is quite resilient and very beautiful as well. To edge it off, you have to stack on the jewelry. Go for more statement pieces or layer them, or both. Oftentimes this does offset the quality of the jewelry a bit, And it can be an easier way to get away with wearing cheaper jewelry, as it's hard to tell what's real and what's not. Also, it is extremely easy to achieve asymmetry with jewelry, which, as I said before, is a really good way to get that edgy look. Shoes should also be quality. You spend a lot of time on your feet and you will need your feet for the rest of your life. So treat the feet. That doesn't convince you? There was a study done in 2012 which found that participants could accurately guess someone's age, gender, and income, as well as a host of other personality characteristics purely from their shoes. And that's all from me today. These rules are pretty foundational, but perhaps not entirely exhaustive. These are really just my first thoughts on analyzing outfits and trying to help you break looks down so that you can achieve what you're going for. I'm sure that I will add to these in future, and if you have your own, I would love to hear them in the comments. I really want to build a community around this channel where we all help each other understand fashion and understand how we can better express ourselves through fashion. And with that, I wish you all the best in dress. Bye!